there's a video on Twitter of a woman who bought a Tide wash machine that you're apparently the voice of. Is that accurate? And when did you record that? How did that come up?
Yeah, that's very true. I was working with Tide. I've been working with Tide all season on that, and this is a thing that turned to Cold Deal, and I was very fortunate to be a part of it as one of the teams that represented. So yeah, that's very true.
First off, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
If you look at your career, December's been your most productive month as far as sacks. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I hope it continues. But I don't know. I just, to me, honestly, December is so important to me, and just try to stress it to a lot of guys in the room, a lot of guys in the team, how important the month of December is. I think I said a while back, they remember you in those months. They really remember you in December. No matter, what happened early in the season, I think everybody kind of forget that. But you go into December and knowing how important it is, and knowing, especially right now for this team, how important it is, you just got to stress it to them and just kind of beat it into their brains and make them believe in it. And the veterans that's been around, the guys that's been around the league know what December means. And in this series, either you can't fake the energy, you can't fake the intensity, just controlling everything, emotions and everything, and just putting it all out on the field.
Is that something you knew that December is your most productive month?
Kind of knew. I think Coach Wash Coach Wash brought it up to me, but like I said, hopefully I can continue that and get it out of this slump. But most importantly, a win on Sunday is I think it's probably better than getting a couple sacks. I'd rather have both, but a win is always good.
On that same note, though, in 2018, you guys kind of faced a similar situation where you really needed to push it, and then you capped it with that big game against Washington. What is it about these division rivalries playing out so late in the season that gets you guys hyped and gets you guys amped for these type of games?
I think the biggest thing is we know them, they know us. And that's, we know their players, they know our players. It's probably having a couple new players, but that comes down to it. The records go out of the window when you're playing a division game because, at the end of the day, it's a division game and each team want to win. I think it comes down to, what team makes the least mistakes, which team, want it more, and which team is focused more for 4 quarters.
Have you guys been thinking about that stretch run in 19?
Having looked at it, I think the biggest thing is thinking about Sunday. I think, that's what I've been stressing to a lot of guys in the room and knowing how important it is, knowing that this is a playoff game, knowing that this is a division game, knowing that this is our first time seeing the football team. No matter, what they're going through, they'll show up to play. I think Coach Rivera had them ready to play.
Been through that kind of a situation though before, does it help? Are those experiences you can draw from?
Obviously, you can draw from them, and I think the main thing is just staying focused, having everybody focused, having everybody honed in on what they need to do as far as game plan wise, and just transferring from today's practice into tomorrow's practice and taking it to Sunday.
But back then, 2 years ago, obviously, you guys are more of a veteran team than you are now. Is that something you preach to the younger guys as far as what these last 4 games would be like, backs against the wall and all that?
Just take them under your wings. When you see them, kind of veering off in practice or trying to veering off on, obviously I've been in that position where I can go in practice and when I was younger, when, a younger player, not that experienced, but, you take that young guy, you explain to him what's going on and how important what we got going forward is. I think, and, you'll see that, you'll obviously at practice today, I might grab a couple guys that's kind of veering off. And just tell them how important it is, how important this practice is, how important this next play in practice is. And, you do that and do it today and tomorrow, Saturday mock game, and like I said, transfer over to Sunday and still beat it in their head.
Since about week 8, so about halfway through the season, you guys have been a top 10 defense in a lot of categories. Is that just the natural sort of evolution of learning a new system, getting comfortable, coach learning players, players learning coaches, or can you put your finger on something else?
I think that has a lot to do with it. The new system. I don't think, obviously you go through training camp, you go through those first few games, and, you kind of figure out, what's going on, what type of, defense we're going to be. Obviously you have new players in some different positions, You got coaches getting to know players, player getting to know coaches, knowing what the coach called, knowing what to expect from the coach, coach knowing what to expect from the player. And, once you get that and everybody's playing on the same page, each guy holding each other accountable, which is always 100%. And, just and just going out on Sunday and just showing it. I think these last few weeks has shown what type of team we can be, what type of defense we can be if we stick to what we're doing.
Fletcher, Ryan Kerrigan's going up against his former team.
I'm pumped for Ryan, by the way.
How would you describe how he's fit in the room this year?
Ryan's been good. He's been good. Brought leadership. Brought a lot of help with Josh Sweat. Helping those guys, especially when BG went down. Him and Derek talk a lot. He take all those ends and just spend some time with them. And you expect that from a guy like Ryan. He's been good to the room, been good for this team.